All right, good everyone, and welcome to Modez Tutorials YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing mathematics, right? I went through the past question quickly, and I brushed through every year for about 10 years, and I was able to pick out some certain questions that I feel like you might see some of these questions in your exam. And at the same time, these are topics that you should not joke with at all because their frequency, over the years, the rate at which these topics comes out are very, very high. So you don't want to joke with this at all. Let's dive right into it here. For the first question, don't forget, WAEC mathematics past question is what you are doing. These are purely past questions, just to remind you again. Now, for the first question, in the diagram below, this diagram, you are still going to see the diagram on this video. So don't worry about that. In the diagram below, P, Q, R, and S are points on the circle with center K. So this is K here at the center, and these are the points P, Q, R, S. Every point is touching the circle, which means that it is touching the circumference. Do you get it? Now, let's go back to the question. KR is a bisector of angle SRQ. KR, this is KR, is a bisector of angle SRQ, which means that it divides it into a perfect half. I'm still going to come back to that. Then also, angle KSP is equal to what? 41 degree. This is KSP here. And we also have what? SKR as 80 degree. You are still going to see the image so you can understand the question better. Now, they are telling us to find angle RQP and SPQ. Now, this is angle RPQ. RQP. So this is R here, this is Q here, this is P here. So the angle you are looking for is here, X. Let me put X here. Or let me use X1 because we are looking for two angles actually. So I'll use X1. And for SPQ, this is another angle we are looking for, which is X2. Let me just use it that way because there are two unknowns. We are not going to be bringing X into the equation, but I'm just using this as an indication so you can know that these are the angles we are looking for. Because we are looking for angle RQP and SPQ. I hope you are getting it. So let's dive right into the solution. How do you find this angle when there are a lot of unknowns? Let's go. Let's write out the angles first. We have angle KSP as 41 degree, and we have what? SKR as what? As 80 degree according to the question. These are what we're given according to the question here, right? So now take notes. Please take notes. They said KR, which is this. Don't forget that K is the center. So the distance between, I'm not talking about the distance, but this line that draws from here to here divides, this particular KR line divides this angle here into perfect two. So take note that KR is a bisector of SRQ. Now, since both of them, since KR, look at this line. This KR is a bisector, right? It is a radius. This is one radius because it draws from the center of the circle to the circumference. That makes it a radius. This also is a radius. It draws from the center to the circumference. So therefore, KR is equal to what? Is equal to KS. Why? Because both of them are radii. One radius here, which means that the base angles are equal. This makes this triangle here an isosceles triangle. And so therefore, making KSR and SRK. Making KSR and SRK, that's angle, to be what? An isosceles triangle. Do you get it? Now, since both of these angles are equal, now this is what you do. And you already know that what? The sum of angles in a triangle is what? 180 degree. So therefore, KSR KSR is equal to what? Is equal to 180 degree. We are looking for KSR, right? This particular angle here. This is what we look for first. But don't forget that once you get this, you will get this because both of the angles are equal. So how do you get this? KSR is equal to what? 180 degree minus SKR over 2. Do you get it? You have to divide by 2. Why? Because don't think we are only looking for this. We are looking for both of them. You can do it the traditional way, in a way that after you just do 180 minus that, if it's an objective, you can just do 180 minus 80, then divide by 2, then you have 50/50 here. The goal is to make sure that everything in this triangle is sums up to what? 180 degree. Do you get it? So when you do this, you get 180 degree minus 80 degree over 2, which gives you 50 degree for what? For KSR. And don't forget that KSR is the same thing as KRS, which means that here we also have what? 50 degree. It is no longer X, it is now 50 degree. I hope you are getting this. Let's move. Don't forget that KSR is the same thing as KRS, but we'll come back to that. The reason why we needed to find this was because we need to find what? RQP. This is the first question. Don't forget this X1 that I stated from the start of the video. That is exactly what we are looking for first. And in order to get this, we need to look for this angle. Now, since this triangle is sorted, it is easier for us to get the bigger circle, which is what? The quadrilateral. Now, there is something here that you can easily spot. The total angle here is what? Is 91 degree. Right? The total angle here, that's RSP. So, angle RSP is equal to what? 91 degree. Now, in order for you to get RQP what? RQP what? RQP will be what? Now, RQP will be what? Sum of angles in a cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral. This is the quadrilateral, right? And it is touching each point. Each point on this quadrilateral is touching the circle, which makes it a cyclic quadrilateral. Now, the sum of opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degree. The sum of angle, I need you to get it, that's why I'm repeating it. The sum of angle in a cyclic quadrilateral, the sum of opposite angles, these angles here are opposites, so the sum of this and this have to give you 180. The sum of this and this have to give you 180. I hope you are getting it. So all you just need to do is what? Because of that rule, 180 minus angle RSP will give you what? Angle RQP. You know what at all? 180 degree, right? Now, 180 degree minus 91 degree will give you what? 89 degree. Very, very simple. So for question high, or first question high, you get what? RQP is equal to what? 89 degree. This is the first one. Now, let's go to SPQ. SPQ is also the same thing. But there's another logic that applies to this. The reason why we had to look for this first, I will explain it better when we are looking for SPQ. Let's move. Now, to find angle SPQ, watch this closely. Don't forget that there is this angle here, SRQ. This particular angle, SRQ, you need to find this angle to be able to look for this angle. Why? You know this is a cyclic quadrilateral. You already know that it's a cyclic quadrilateral. And what we are looking for is this second angle. And this angle is opposite to this angle. And we already know that one part of this angle is 50 degrees. Wise. All we just need to do is find the remaining angle. And how do we find that? Don't forget, in this question, they said KR is a bisector of angle SRQ. It is a bisector, which means that it divides this particular angle into two perfect equal halves, making what? Making this angle also 50 degrees, which means that the total angle SRQ is what? 100 degrees. So SRQ is what? 100 degrees. Why? Because 50 plus 50 will give you 100. And how do you get the 50? Because this KR line is a bisector that cuts this angle into two perfectly equal halves. I hope you are getting it. Now, since you already have this, how do you then get x2? Very, very simple. Sum of opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral are equal. So you write it. Please always make sure you write the rules. I know I didn't state it before, but please and please always tell them the reason why you are doing some certain things. For example, sum of angles in a cyclic quadrilateral, right? Then using that, you get 180 minus angle 180 degree minus angle SRQ will give you what? Angle SPQ. Now 180 degree minus SRQ angle is 100 degree, right? Then 100 degree minus 180 degree rather minus 100 degree gives you 80 degrees. Very simple. So therefore, final answer, angle SPQ is equal to what? 80 degree. GK now. I hope you get it. Please, if you have any question, make sure you ask in the comment section. And don't forget that all these rules, the sum of angles, sum of opposite angles, I don't know why I always keep the opposites. Sum of opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral must be equal to what? 180 degree. When you add them together, it has to give you 180 degree. That's the reason why I'm removing this 100 from 180 degree, because if you add the 100 to this 80 degree, you are still going to get 180. I hope you get it. And for the previous one, where we said that because of it is an isosceles triangle, the bases, the degree of each of these bases will be equal. Do you get it? And also, don't forget to state the rule that the reason why you were able to get 50 degree was because of what? Sum of angle in a triangle. Please always make sure you state it. If you still have questions, ask in the comment section. Let's move into the next question. ASAP. For question number 2, two regular polygons P and Q are such that the number of sides of P is twice the number of sides of Q. The difference between the exterior angle of P and Q is 45 degrees. Find the number of sides of P. First of all, to find the exterior angle of any polygon, it will be what? E is equal to what? 360 degrees. I'm using E, you can use anything. E is equal to 360 degrees over N, right? Where N is equal to what? Number of sides. And they told you that the difference between P and Q is 45 degrees. Now, to find P, no, before this, they told you that P is twice the number of sides. Yes. Now, to find Q normally, Q will be equal to what? 360 degrees over N. Don't forget that it is the difference that will give you 45 degrees. You don't know the angle. Do you get it? You don't know the exterior angle that it has. Right? You are still looking for it. Now, 360 degrees, you don't even need it, but this is the formula to get Q. But don't forget that the question says P is twice of Q, which means that twice the number of sides of Q, which means that P is equal to what? 360 over 2n. Now, don't forget also that this same question says that what? P and Q, the difference between the exterior angle of P and Q is 45 degrees. Now, since this one has a higher number of sides, it means that it will have a lower exterior angle. Q will have an higher exterior angle. So therefore, Q minus P is equal to what? 45 degree. I hope you are getting it, because Q has the higher exterior angle when you calculate it. Of course, 360 over n is higher than 360 over 2n, provided the n is the same. I hope you are getting it. And the n is the same in this case, because don't forget, the number of sides of Q is times 2 that of P. Do you get it? According to the question. Now, all you just need to do is bring this into this equation, and what you get is 360 over n minus 360 over 2n equals to what? 45 degree. I hope you are getting it. Now, you look for the LCM ASAP. 2 times 360 is what? N in 2n will give you 2. 2 times 360 is what? 720. 720 degree minus 2n in 2n is 1. 360 degree. Right? Which is equal to what? 45 degree. Now, I'm going to erase this. 720 degree minus 360 degree is still going to give you 360 degree over what? Over 2n, which is equal to what? 45 degree over 1. So let's just cross multiply so that you have what? 90 degree n equal to what? 360 degree. I hope you are getting it. 2n times 45 degree gives you 90 degree n. So to get n what? N is equal to what? 360 degree over 90 degree. Divide through by 90 degree. I hope you get it. So n is equal to what? 4. Because the degree you cancel degree, then 90 here 1, 90 here 4. I hope you get it. So n is equal to 4 sides. Now don't forget that this is just n. Now this is the number of sides of Q. To get the number of sides of P, you have to multiply this by 2. So since the number of sides of P is twice that of Q, therefore n is equal to what? N of P is equal to what? 8, which is 4 times 2. I hope you get it. Simple. This is your final answer, because that was what they told you to find. Find the number of sides of P. If you get n equals to 4, you do not consign them. As far as to get this final answer, this is it. And make sure you say this. Since the number of sides of n is twice that of Q, therefore np is equals to what? 8. Or you can just do, so therefore np is equals to what? 2n. And 2n is equal to what? 2 times 4, which will give you what? 8. Very simple, and you get your answer. Now let's move to part B. Question 2b. The area of a semicircle is 32 pi. The area of the semicircle is what? Let me use AS. Of the semicircle is what? 32 pi centimeter square. Find in terms of pi the circumference of the semicircle. Now, in order for you to find the circumference, you need to first of all get what? R. They did not give you the radius. They only gave you the area of the semicircle, right? You need to get the radius to be able to get what? To be able to get the circumference. I hope you are getting it. Radius is important to get the circumference. Now, circumference is also the same thing as perimeter, right? Now, to get the perimeter, the formula is pi r plus r. 2r rather. Semicircle. Do you get it? This is formula for finding perimeter of a semicircle, right? And they said we should look for the circumference. This is the circumference already. Now, area is what? 1 over 2 pi r square. Area of the circle is pi r square. Area of the semicircle 1 over 2 pi r square. Do you get it? Exactly. Now, since we have the area which is 32 pi, 32 pi will be equal to what? 1 over 2 pi r square. Now, pi is in both sides. We can cancel both sides. So we have what? 32 over 1 over 2 r square. So I'll just multiply both sides or divide both sides by 1 over 2. Then r square will be equal to what? 64. Because 32 divided by 1 over 2 is 64. Because this will become 32 times 2 over 1. Inverse. I hope you are getting it. So therefore, r is equal to square root of 64 and r is equal to what? 8. This is not your final answer. You have gotten r. Now, since you have gotten r, you now input r into the formula for perimeter, which is the circumference of the semicircle. Don't forget, that's what they ask you. The circumference of the semicircle. I told you that we needed to get r, and since we have r now, let's put it into the what? Into the equation ASAP. So you substitute what? Substitute r is equal to 8 in what? In the formula for circumference. Anyways, you just bring it into the formula ASAP. Then you have what? Pi times 8 plus 2 times 8. I hope you are getting it. So you get what? 8 pi plus 16 centimeter. Please don't forget to put your unit. Oh, very, very important. This is minus half. If you don't put your units, very, very important. Is it minus half or minus 2? Minus half, because they will mark all your steps. Do you get it? Now, they said find in terms of pi. That is the reason why I'm leaving it like this. If they did not say in terms of pi, you know pi is 22 over 7 or 3.142. So you just multiply, then you add it together. I hope you get it. Let's move. For question number 3, a pack of 52 playing cards is shuffled and a card is drawn at random. Calculate the probability that it is either a 5 or a red 9. They now give us 8. This 8 made it very, very easy. That's what? There are 4 fives. That's 4 5 cards and 2 red 9 cards in a pack of 52 playing cards. So the total number of cards first. Total number of cards is what? 52. Now, for a 5, number of fives is equal to what? 4, right? And we also know that the red 9 is what? Number of red 9 cards. Red 9 cards is equal to what? Is equal to 2. Because according to the question, they told us 2 red 9s in a pack of 52 playing cards. So we already know that this is the total number, this is the number of 5s, this is the number of red 9. Now let's go back to the question again. The question says, calculate the probability that it is either a 5 or a red 9. Now, if you are to calculate the probability of getting only 5, it will be what? 4 over 5. 4 over 52 rather. But if you are to calculate the probability of getting only red 9, it will be what? 2 over what? Over 52. But this time around, they are saying that what? They said, find the probability that it is either a 5 or a red 9 at random. So you are adding both of them together. Why? Because either means any of them. That's the probability of getting any of them. That's what it means. So you are adding it together. So therefore, no. Let me first say probability of getting fives is equal to what? 4 over 52. And probability, I don't know. Should I just use red? Let me just do something that will not be too long. Probability of getting the red, then probability of getting the fives. Let me use F for this. So let me write this. Let me come again. So yes, probability for getting F is equal to what? 4 over 5. And probability of getting R, this is the red 9, is what? 2 over 52. So probability of getting either this or this, probability of getting either F or R is equal to what? Probability of F plus probability of R. Do you get it? So this will give you what? 4 over 52. This will give you 4 over 52 plus 2 over what? 52, which is equal to what? 6 over 52. And you can divide this even further. 6 will go here, no, 2 will go here, 3, and 2 will go here, 26. Do you get it? So the probability of getting either a 5 or a red 9 is what? 3 over 26. This is very, very simple. But you need to go and practice more questions of probability. This is one of the questions you are most likely going to see. This particular question is a type A question. I mean, part A question. You see, those parts B questions are usually very, very deep. There's not much time to do more videos on it, but go and practice more questions. This is the basic one, and this should give you, small knowledge on it. Practice is very, very important. So please and please go and practice more questions on probability. There's a reason why I'm emphasizing on it. So let's move to question number 4. I hope you understand this. For question number 4, a circular floor of a building is to be tiled with ceramic tiles each of side 40 centimeter. If the perimeter of the floor is 66 meter, calculate correct to the nearest whole number the number of tiles required to completely tile the floor. They told you to calculate the number of tiles that is required to completely tile the floor. Now, in order for you to do that, you need to know the area of this circular floor and the area of this tile. After you get the area of both, then you divide. You'll be able to get the number of tiles easily. But now, there is a problem. What is the problem? You cannot get the area of the circle, but you can easily get the area of the tile because you already know that both sides have 40 centimeter. But we'll come there later. Let's talk about this first. They gave you the perimeter of the floor, right? Which is 66 meter, but they did not give you the area. Now, in order for you to get the area, you have to get the radius first. Very, very important. This is similar to what we did before, but this is different. So perimeter is equal to what? 66 meter. And don't forget, perimeter is also the same thing as circumference. What's the formula for finding circumference of a circle? The circular floor, don't forget. 2 pi r is equal to what? 66 meter. That is what the question said. The perimeter of the floor is 66 meter. Do you get it? Now, don't forget, you are finding the radius. So, we know that pi is equal to what? 22 over 7. So, 2 times 22 over 7 times r is equal to what? 66. Do you get it? So 44 over 7r is equal to what? 66. Now here, divide through by 44 over 7. Do you get it? You divide through by 44 over 7 so that you can get r. Now when you do that, you get r is equal to what? 66 over 44 over 7. And don't forget, when you have something like this, it is the same thing as 66 times 7 over 44. Do you get it? It becomes inverse. Do you get it? So R will now give you what? Let me punch my calculator. I'm coming. R will give you When you do it directly, R will give you 10.5 meter. Now you bring R is equal to 10.5 meter into this equation. Let's erase this. Oh, we're not bringing into any equation. You now use this R to look for the area of the circular floor. I don't know why I like bringing everything into the equation. Maybe because of I've been bringing everything into the equation since. So we already know that area is area of a circle is what? Area is equal to what? By R square. Abi. So pi is equal to what? 22 over 7 times 10.5 times 10.5. I'm going to need calculator for this too. So the area of the circular floor will now be what? 346.5 meter square. This is not your final answer. We have gotten the area of the circular floor. Now, we need to get the area of what? Of the ceramic tile. Don't forget, when we started this question, I told you that you have to get the area of the circular floor first, then get the area of the ceramic tile. Why? Because what you are looking for is what? The number of tiles that is required. So the area of the circular floor and the area of the tiles is what will determine the number of tiles that you will need to tile that circular floor. So the area of this tile will be what? Don't forget that the side of this tile is 40 centimeter. So for the ceramic tiles, each side is equal to 40 centimeter, which is equal to what? 0.4 meter. 40 over 100. You convert it to meter. Everything is in meter. Meter square. So you have to convert it to meter. I'll write the radius as equal to 10.5 here. Do you get it? So since each side is what? 0.4 meter, the answer is going to be what? 0.4 times 0.4 to get the area of the square. Area of the square is length times breadth now. What will this give you? This should give you 0.16 meter square. 0.16 meter square. Don't forget to area meter square, perimeter meter. Do you get it? Now, in order for you to get this, in order for you to get, what am I saying? In order for you to get the number of tiles required, I told you that what? Number of tiles required equal to what? This will give you area of floor over area of tiles. Don't mind my writing, I'm just trying to be fast. So, area of floor is what? Relate with the area of floor is 346.5 over 0.16, which is equal to what? Equal to 2165.625 when you point your calculator. Now, yes, this is not your final answer. Let me go back to the question. The question said, correct to the nearest whole number. So you not get a full mark when you stop here. It is obvious, but I'm still going to tell you just to remind you, and a reminder I need. Or see me as a reminder rather. So correcting this to the nearest whole number, this will make this become 3. Let's go back to rounding up. This is going to become 1. And add it to this one to become So complete. Then this one. Now if you had this one is 6 now become 1. Now add it to this one. Either you round up. Is it not? So when you round it up, we are going to get what? 2166 cows. That is your final answer to the nearest whole number. How we get it? Very, very simple and straightforward. If you have any question, please, the comment section is open for questions. Let's move. For the final question, the ages of a group of athletes are as follows: 18, 16, 18, 20, 17, 16, 19, 17, 18, 19, 18, 17, and 13. Okay, so they told us that given this data here, this is a data actually. This is under statistics. This is the data, right? Given this data here, find the range of the distribution. One, then draw a frequency distribution table for the data. Then what is the median age of these athletes here? So the first question is find the range of the distribution. The range of the distribution is very, very simple. Range is equal to what? Is the simplest here. Is equal to what? Highest value minus the lowest value. Lowest value. Now, given the data here, the highest value here is what? 20, right? Then 20 minus what? The lowest value is here is 13 minus 13. So therefore, the range is what? 7. I hope you get it. Very simple and straightforward. Now, for the range of distribution, for the frequency distribution table, let's draw that. So I have to erase this. So for the frequency distribution table, I have to draw it first because it's going to take time. So we have the age, the tally, frequency, cumulative frequency, CF, cumulative frequency. I'm still going to explain everything. Then f of x, which is multiplication of the frequency and the age. Now, this age, we have the lowest one here is 13, followed by 16, I think. Then 16, 17, 18, there's 19 also, and then there's 20. So the tally is how many times that it occurred, right? But you are writing it, you are drawing it in a different way. For example, 13 only occurred once. So yes, frequency will also be 1. Cumulative frequency will also be 1. Then f of x will be what? F of x will be frequency multiplied by the age, which should be equal to what? 13. I hope you get it. Now, for 16, how many times does 16 occur? 1, 2. Twice. So this is the tally. Then the frequency. Then cumulative frequency is 1 plus 2, which is 3. Cumulative frequency is the number of frequency up onto this particular row. So 1 plus 2 give you this. Then 16 times 2 will give you what? 16 times 2 is 32. Right? I think I'm not going to need a calculator for all this. Everything here. Let me open the calculator. Sorry. Okay, so I've opened the calculator. For 17, how many times did 17 occur? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. That would be the tally. Then for frequency, it's going to be 3, right? Then cumulative frequency will be 3 plus 3, which should give you what? 6. Then 17 times 3 for the f of x, or fx rather, not f of x. 17 times 3. I'm not that good at mathematics, so especially when it comes to all this multiplication. So 18 is how many? 1, 2, 3 also. Abi? 1, 2, 3. Yes. So 1, 2, 3. Then the frequency will also be what? 3. Then cumulative frequency will be 6 plus 3, which should give you what? 9. Then fx will be what? 18 times 3. That should be 54, sha. 54. Then 19 occurs how many times? Once, just once. So the tally will be 1. Then the frequency will be 1 also. Then cumulative frequency will be what? 10. Then fx will be what? 19. I hope you get it. 20 occurred only once also. The frequency is 1 also. Then the cumulative frequency is what? 11. Also, the fx is what? 20. Now, the total frequency here, summation f, is equal to what? 11. Now, if you notice something, the summation f, that's the total amount of frequency, that the total amount of numbers here, because if we count everything here is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do you get? That is the number of times of the total of everything. It's also the same thing as the last number of the cumulative frequency. Why? Because the cumulative frequency is always the number of frequencies so far before you reach here. Do you get it? That's it. That's why you are doing 1 plus 2, then 3 plus 3, you get, and everything aligned at the end. Do you get it? Now what we have just done now is drawn a complete distribution table for this data. We have to be able to distribute the data clearly and interpret it also. Now the next thing is we need to find the median age. Let's do that. So find the median age. The median is equal to what? N plus 1 over 2, where n is the total number of the frequencies here. So n is equal to what? 11 plus 1 over 2, which is equal to what? 6. So we are looking at the sixth term. The sixth term will be the median. That's what it means. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I have to rearrange it. You can't just count like this. So you have to rearrange it. I'll start from 13. Then after 13, what's the lowest number? 16, right? 16. How many times is 16 occur? Twice. Then after 16 is 17. 17 occur 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then how many times did 18 occur? 3 times also. 1, 2, 3. Hope you can see this marker clearly. Then 19 occurred only once. Then 20 is once also, as far as I can remember. So now this is where you now count. Don't count from here. That was a mistake. I did not know that it was not arranged here. So you start counting from here. Don't forget, it's the sixth term. To be able, you can just do it directly. This is just for formality and to make everything so that the person that is marking you can know that you know what you are doing. That's the reason why I'm doing all this formula. You can just do it normally, the traditional way. That's if it is an objective question. You can just do it this way and just write it out, then count. The median is always going to be the one in the middle, always. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the one in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Separate it perfectly. So the median is equal to what? 17. The median is what? 17. And now we have come to the end of this video. If you have any questions, make sure you ask in the comment section. I'm also going to give you an assignment in the comment section that you should go through and make sure you answer. Don't forget, practice is very, very important. All these questions, even if you do not see these exact questions, you will see topics or you see questions related to these topics. You see, you cannot escape anything on statistics. Go and learn more about all this distribution of data, mean, median, mode, range, cumulative frequency, and everything. Class intervals also. Then probability. Take note. Go and learn more probability also. Circle theorem. Go and learn more circle theorem. These are questions that WAEC like. They like it, and they will surely ask questions of them. So please and please make sure that you practice. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I already made a video on AP and GP, all about 5 WAEC questions also on AP and GP strictly. So you can just watch it. You are going to see it on your screen right now. So make sure you watch it and also subscribe to Modez Tutorials YouTube channel. Bye.